Whew, well, it's been a while since you've seen my face, haven't you? In light of current events, and as we all know, I want to take this time out to wish those across the borders in France a grievance of respect because of what happened. And I feel that as terrorism is somewhat at an all-time high, it is our time to actually stand up and be counted. In what little that goes on within our own neck of the woods, we do need to stand up and be counted. That is why I feel, in the interest of fairness, that whatever it is that is happening in our world, we should be aware of it. And to those who are preaching, the time for preaching is done. The time to act is now. Pardon me if I have something on my eye. I've had one rough weekend. Excuse me if I'm yawning a bit. But before I move on to going back to posting Samurai Warriors and Bushido Blade and whatever the hell else I feel like posting, I just wanted to get that out of the way because, you know, it's a big deal. Because since that attack, that's a wake-up call. And I say this, and I say this now because it is a wake-up call. It's a wake-up call for those who just see, you know, life as, you know, day in, day out. You know, whatever you do, you do. Whatever you don't, you don't. That sort of thing. Well, I feel, in the interest of fairness, that as the years go by, or rather as the days go by, and the whole as time goes by, as the song goes, we have to make whatever we make during our time here count. It's not a fact that we don't take advantage of what we do during our time. It's the fact that we shouldn't in some way feel so bogged down by the things that are going on. Like, if you can hear it in the background, it is pretty windy here in California. It's almost as we got, it's like we got a storm happening in our neck of the woods. And as I say this, like I said, we should treat our lives with a little more respect, because, well, we only have one life in this world. And our lives are so fragile. It's so fragile that well, it really is that fragile. It's like, if a bullet can take out one person, and a bomb can take out various people, then we shouldn't treat our lives so haphazardly as we have done. I feel, in the interest of fairness, I keep saying that we do need to make the most of what we do. And I know, for those of you who deal with people on a daily basis, myself included, I'm the exception because I deal with family, as well as, you know, going to work on a weekly basis. It's getting quite difficult on my end because I worry more about my folks. Because as every day passes, I can't help but wonder, you know, how's it all going to go down? But I can't worry about it because I have things to do. Projects that need to be made and parts that need to be set up for and everything else and everything in between. So I have to constantly stay mentally focused. But for those who work with people, you can only use self-control. You can only discipline yourself to not be bogged down by, people being nitpicky or whatnot. Because sometimes people are like that. People will constantly be either nitpicky or they don't know they don't know what's up with them. You don't know what's going on in their heads. Some people are not good with quick decisions and whatnot. So those who are in the service, as in not just military service, but you're doing computer work, you're in the food business, I applaud you. I really do. I applaud you. Because people are very fickle. That's the word I'm looking for. People are very fickle sometimes. Yes, no, and I don't know. That's all you're going to get out of them. Yes, no, and I don't know. And I know sometimes you want to basically just slap the shit out of them. But you got to show some strength. Because sometimes they might have a bad day and they need some sucker to basically hand you a big block of cheese known as misery and say, here, have a taste of my discontent. And then you got artists like me. Artists like myself, I should say. In which I remember from last night. I remember Big telling me this. He said, I wish I had a time you do. But mind you, my time is pretty limited myself. Even yesterday, I couldn't really record because I was so tired. And I'm getting older myself. So I had to take it to precaution in my own health and put into my perspective that I also need to take care of myself. Now that doesn't mean I'm going to stop playing video games. It doesn't mean I'm going to stop being a Let's Player. That doesn't mean anything like that. It's just as I'm getting older, I'm getting more concerned with my health as well as I should be concerned with, my health. My health is priority one, so therefore I shouldn't get upset so often. I shouldn't be stressed out. Actually, that's priority number one right there. That's a part of priority number one. I can't allow myself to get stressed out. I can't allow myself to be angry or upset, or for that matter, mad. I can't afford to, because too much is riding on me. And I mean, literally, everything is kind of riding on me as we speak. You know, I have bills to pay. A family I had to take care of. Because without me, this family would fall apart. That's the way I feel. I'm pretty much the heart and the soul of the family. I am the pride and joy. I am the only son. I am Ichigo Musko. That's what my name means. Number one son. I am the number one son in this family. So yeah, that's my pen name. It's not just a pen name. It's my way of life. I am the only son, the number one son. So other than that, like I said, I'm not going to stop doing what I'm doing, but I need to pace myself a little better than what I've been doing. Therefore, it's just been a journey for me. It's been a journey that I'm taking a time out from to tell you that it has been a great journey. For the last couple of years, I've been entertaining you on the internet, sharing my life and my world with you. And for that, I want to thank you. I really do. I want to thank you guys for actually being there. With whatever kind of feedback, comments, whatever, I want to take this time out to thank you guys. And even those who give me a hard time, I'm not going to say names, because it's not just one person. There are many people in my life give me a hard time. But I'm trying to exercise discipline as to not get myself angry and upset, but only say, that's all. Just let out a deep sigh and let it out. Now, I just wanted to have this moment of silence. If I sound like I'm just fragmented, I kind of am, because I had myself a rough weekend. Not with what happened, but I was going through my own struggles last week because I really wasn't feeling all that good. Starting off with last Thursday, I was having lunch. I went home. Stuff. Normal stuff that I usually do on a Thursday after I'm done work. I learned of a new schedule that's happening. That happened the day before, so now I get the news. So that means, that means at this time they'll be gone to dance class. Okay, that's fine. That's dandy with me. So that means I go in a little sooner, and I can get out a lot sooner. I still teach for 30 minutes because I feel 30 minutes is enough. I don't want to overdo it, and I don't want to underdo it. So 30 minutes is good enough. So, like I said, I had a rough time because lunch kind of killed a whole day of appetite. So I had to purge. I had to purge all this grease that was in my system out of me. I don't need to go into detail what I mean by purge, but I had to go through a 12-hour purge. A 12-hour purge to get all this grease out of me. And I did drink something after that, but still, I had to purge it out of me. So Friday comes and passes. Saturday, I got up early. I mean, really early, just to do some shopping. And after I was done shopping, I said, well, I might as well take a nap. I did give myself a little nap. Went out, got myself something to eat. It's a bit of a stress test to see how well my stomach is. My stomach is back to normal, thank God. And then today, why I'm really tired is because of what I did today. And that is, I prayed over my mom. But I didn't just pray over my mom. What most people don't understand is that it takes great spiritual energy to actually get rid of evil spirits. So in a way, I was exorcising evil spirits out of my mom, as well as whatever evil that is roaming around in my house. I know if it sounds weird, I am sorry, but the fact that you study, the fact that you come from a religious background, and you know you're taught about how to purge evil spirits and whatnot. Well, knowing that I went to Japan, I've learned how to basically purge evil spirits. You know, like a like a Miko, or a shrine priest or maiden, shrine priest and maiden. Um, Miko Omyoji, I think. Yeah, I think that's what it is. Omyoji. Well, I don't use paper charms or anything like that. But I use the only thing I actually have, and that's my voice. And for those who know me, I really do have a powerful voice. I don't really use it very often, but I do have a very powerful voice. The only reason why I don't use that is only because I save that voice for when it's really and truly necessary. So I'm really laid back. Most times I want to be laid back because, honestly, as far as my health is concerned, it's priority number one. On top of that, I'm doing Let's Plays, so therefore, I save that energy for my Let's Plays. So, suffice to say, with everything that just happened with Paris, my thoughts go out to the people lost during that heinous terrorist attack. Therefore, like I said, it's a wake-up call. It's a wake-up call to those who need to be told, oh hey, this is important. Put down your preaching and go and get your hands dirty. Go do something about this problem that plagues our world. You don't have to do anything big, but you can be part of the solution instead of part of the problem. So therefore, I say to you people out there, you have a life. Most of you have lives. I hope you have lives. I hope you're not going to be like be on the internet 24/7, 365. Please go get yourself something to eat. Take care of yourself. Get plenty of sleep. When you wake up, do something. Whether you draw, read a book, or, whatever. Play a video game. Do something. Don't just let your life just pass on by. Make something of your life. That's what I try to do every day or every other day. I go out, take care of my business, take care of the house business. Whatever I need to get, I'll go get. As long as I be back before it's dark. Aside from that, I really don't have much more to say except, everyone be safe out there. Because there's a line full of crazies out there. Especially with what's coming up in about a week. Yeah. Nobody wants to be there. But there are people that are bound to a certain job and they have to go in. They have to make the monies because they have a job to do. They don't like it sometimes because it cuts in on their most important time, which is being around with family. Me, I have to cook. So I have cooking duty. So if I am online, I'll be online. But lo and behold, if I do something, it's probably going to be the day before. Have it post like what I did with Rainblood Chronicles and like multi-post. Because that's all you're going to see from me until like after Thanksgiving. Because I'm going to take the day off for Thanksgiving. Not going to record anything or make parts or post. Just, let it go for one day. Aside from that, if I do have an update, I'm going to make one a little after I'm done with this video. And yes, it'll be on camera, just like this one. So, with that said, and before I forget, since this is like, it's still 10 something, it's only an hour left, I want to also send out birthday wishes to Sheena. In which, I know she had a great birthday. I mean, the night before, we had fun. We played Quick Blast. We played Tabletop Simulator. We had fun. You're never too old to have fun. You're never too old to not be in the mood for anything. And I mean it. You're never too old to be in the mood for anything. Whether it's fun, whether it's, whatever, If you're in the mood to play a game. You can never turn your emotions off. You can never say, I can't be happy anymore. You have every right to be happy. Actually, that's one thing we all have in our lives. We have a reason to be happy. We have reason to actually, do whatever little thing that makes us happy. Whatever that makes us happy, that's what we do. You wanna capture a shiny, that's fine, that's dandy, you can do that. If it makes you happy, go ahead and do it. It's not gonna hurt you. Don't be afraid to live. Don't be afraid to, share those emotions. We're people. We have emotions for a reason. You're not a robot. You can't turn off emotion at the flick of a switch. And I'm not just saying this to one person, but I'm saying that to those at the sound, those who are watching this video at the sound of my voice. We all have a reason to be happy. We have a reason to live. Whatever that may be, but we all have a reason to live. We all have reason to feel like we want to punch something after a hard day. I get that sometimes. Trust me, every day for me is a battle. And every time I lay my head down, I can't seem to fall asleep. But I manage to fall asleep anyway. And in the back of my head, I'm praying to God to keep my family safe. And not only to keep my family safe, but to keep my friends across the entirety of the globe safe. Those who are across the United States and beyond, wherever they may be. Be they viewers, subscribers, whatever. I want them all safe. I don't want to hear about something that happened in Kentucky, Florida, North Carolina, Canada, or wherever else. Indianapolis. My God, I don't want to hear anything that happens to those I know that some kind of crisis is happening and they're in the midst of it. I don't want to hear about that. That'd be a terrible thing. And that goes for the rest of you guys out there. I don't want to hear about, some kind of threat that's happening. We already have threats, but we need to stop those kind of threats one little minute at a time. One minute thing will change what we do. So to me, it's important. To you, it should be important. Living should be priority one. However you want to make your life, make the best of it. That's all I can do for my life. I can only make the best of my life. So you should make the best of yours. That should be the top objective in your life. To make the best of the worst kind of situation you might have. And just thank God. You should be knelt down thanking God that you're able to see another day, another year, another month, whatever. Be grateful you're still here on this earth. And not only that, but just be thankful that somebody's thinking about you. Be thankful you have friends. Be thankful you have family. Be thankful for what you have in front of you. Don't feel sorry for yourself. You have nothing to feel sorry for. You're okay. You're healthy. You're happy. You have your life. If people don't understand